Sometimes, do you feel like you just want to be more creative? Well, you can. Listen into my conversation with keynote speaker Josh Linkner on what the right mindset, rituals, and tactics are to develop the skill of creativity.
Yeah, so if you want to learn anything, whether it's tennis or whether it's creativity, you have to really examine what are the mindsets, the rituals or habits, and the tactics in order to ultimately, learn a new skill. And the good thing about human creativity, which is what this book is centered on, is that it's a learnable skill. We think it's like this weird mythical thing that only some of us are allowed to do, but the truth is that as human beings, we're hardwired to be creative. That's our natural state. I like to say it's more like your weight than your height. We've been together in a room, and for me, on my best day, I'm 5'5", and try as I may, I'm not going to be a big, tall guy like you by next month. But my weight I can actually control based on my behavior. And your creativity is exactly like that. So to answer your question in the book, again, we cover mindsets, tactics, and also habits or rituals. I actually don't make a big designation. I'm sure there is one, between a habit and a ritual. I often think of rituals more in an organizational setting and habits as individual. That could be wrong.
I think, if I may, ritual to me has a little bit deeper significance. There's more texture there for it. A habit is you brush your teeth, but a ritual, there's a deeper level of consciousness, at least for me.
I think it's a beautiful way to say it. So I completely concur. Anyway, I studied the rituals and habits, I guess, of some of the most creative people. But now we're talking about Trelwin. You got me thinking about him. I was asking him, now that you've got 55 employees, how do you keep your team taking risks and being creative and such? He told me about a ritual that he does. I think this would qualify as a ritual. He calls it F Up Fridays. Now, he says the whole word. I'll be PG still, but F Up Fridays. Here's what he does. He brings his whole team together for a big brown bag lunch. And one by one, each person has to stand up and proudly share what they effed up that week and what they learned from it. And when they eventually get to somebody that didn't F something up, Trelwin is like, well, why not? What are you going to try next week? And so just think for a minute, Seth, about what that ritual does to that team in terms of driving deep into their DNA about taking responsible risks and the important role that creativity plays and that it's okay to have setbacks. We got your back as an organization. And so I think that as leaders, if we want to creative teams, if we want to truly harness and unlock the creative capacity of our folks, we have to create rituals and rewards that support the creative process.
In the book, you mentioned Aerosmith, Steven Tyler, as a band, they had that ritual as well, that brings something to be embarrassed about. I paraphrasing. Was it something like that?
Yeah, they have a meeting every Monday called Dare to Suck.
Yeah.
And the Dare to Suck meeting is, they're basically just not allowed to share their safe ideas. And Steven Tyler says, hey, listen, most of the time the ideas actually suck. But every now and then you get Dude Look Like a Lady or Love in an Elevator. And, some of their most iconic hits came from this sort of Dare to Suck ritual where they were able to let go of their inhibitions and really let their creativity shine.
Thanks for stopping in and watching this video. If you found it helpful, you can find others just like it at the link below and subscribe while you're at it.